That is good, Cobalt.
I'm glad. I thought of it. Like, this is perfect. Actually, if I'm going that, I might change the personal text as well. So don't put that in yet if you have already.
I have not put any of that in yet.
I went with something simple. Buff spells. All of the buff spells.
Perfect. Perfect personal flavor text.
It still takes a minute to see my face on the live image.
What?
It takes a minute to to settle in seeing my face on the live image.
I do not understand what you're saying.
Well, because this is Saf. This is my main character. Like, you know, my main character is a GM. While Rosalind was a character that I liked and all, like, so it's like
You're saying it's surreal.
Yeah, it's surreal. There's the word. You're used to this kind of thing. I'm not. Also, is it wrong? I just pictured puppet strings dangling from the claws.
No.
Dance,
No.
my puppets, dance.
That is just the DM privilege.
Hey, Dusty, I still need your character card, please.
Yes, no.
Oh, wait, never mind. I do have that. Sorry. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Darkening Skylands Pathfinder. I will turn it over now to Trano for the recap. Go ahead, Trano.
Wait, what?
That's pretty mean. That's pretty mean of you, Sim.
What?
What?
I just want him to recap the last session.
Except that wasn't the last session.
You what?
That's because there was no last session.
Alright, go
That was
ahead.
very cool of you.
I am not cruel. Go ahead, Saf.
So for our interested audience, I have put the day one lore insert into creator chat. You guys have already seen this. This is in the Darkening Skylands, but if people want a quick, brief summary of the locales of the area,
Yes,
it is
yes,
there
I
in
have-
parchment.
I have seen it, yes. Definitely, totally remembered to read that, yes.
Yeah.
Now, for the viewers, would you mind possibly, reading that off for them?
You mean reading it
Definitely.
off for you, right?
No. Definitely for the viewers.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I really do want it read off for them because,
Well-
people watching this, possibly years from now may not actually be able to easily find that in there with,
Yep. So, Illyra and her sister territories. Illyra is a truly awe-inspiring feat of magic or madness, nobody really knows. However, it stands, or floats rather, a colossal landmass with two other broken landmasses of equal or larger size not too far away. There are several smaller islands dotted around the skies, some settled, some untamed and free. The most vastly populated continent, Illyra, is roughly 330 square kilometers, not including the larger sky islands that surround it of Nordhaven, Iafka, Heaven's Fall, and Wild Abandon. Illyra itself was split into three distinct sovereignties. The Kingdom of Wings in the south, ruled over by King Rulo Allfather and Queen Brilla Allfather, from their capital of Cromlish. The Plateau City, home of trade, commerce, and engineering. You will see a lot of airships and other such merchant vessels around this area, as it is both a sky hub and there is an inland sea. The Western Kingdom is one of feudalism, albeit the capital itself is controlled by more of a guild or a merchant council. The capital, Anshin, is council of wealthy rule. It was, as of this date, 370 PS, which is post-sundering. The ruling council consists of Rhaegar Otts, owner of Rhaegar & Sons, Eliza Treval, recent hero of the Treval Consortium, Eolgar Fritz, founder of the Western Trade Company, and Sir Geor Weship, a holy man originally hailing from the Eastern Papacy, but with some time and influence has had work to gain a seat on the council. And finally, the Eastern Papacy is the Religion of Duskwing, here told as the capital, led by Archbishop Horin VII of his name. Like all papal states, sorry, not focusing a bit. The religions at the top decide the fate of the cities, and the citizens are expected to worship and form in an orderly conduct. The religion was founded around 350 years ago on the apocalyptic event, the Sundering, which split the sky continents apart completely. And finally, but not least, a new face has come to Illyra, a technological empire called the Augusti Empire that comes from the land below. They are more advanced than the Free Kingdoms, however, they claim that they only wish trade negotiation. They started off trading with the Kingdom of Cromlish, and then they moved further inland to the middle of the Free Kingdoms in so-called neutral territory, where it's usually the undead swell. And that's all for this little bit of lore.
Want to share the map, please?
Sure. Give me a moment, the server's being a bit slow. Did that bring it up?
I don't have it yet.
Nothing on my end either.
Same.
Should be visible to all, and I'm hitting the play button, but it's not coming up to you
There's
guys.
a share button. Who is this Rex? Oh wait,
That
who
would be-
is.
That's Stratos' character.
Okay. Oh right, I was saying too. I forgot that Timmy actually, or Kerr actually named his character now.
Yes, I actually named him finally. I've been debating his name.
I was looking at my own unnamed character and was like, okay, so that is Kerr's character. Now, where's this
I'm now
extra
seeing
one?
the share button.
You right-click on the map, and there's a share. I believe it's a person's head icon.
Nope.
Where are you sharing it? Inside Fantasy Grounds?
Yeah. It's all I've got is to make it visible to all and play.
I'm gonna get on the server real quick. Sorry, slight problems. Yes, this is a all-new campaign. Oh, you set it as your background. Did you? What is...
No, I literally just zoomed it to background for now.
Where is this?
In images.
What's the name of it?
It should be named Illyra if you look at the uncategorized section.
Yeah, I'm getting it up here. I have never seen this border that you've got going on here. Okay. So open the map normally. I have never seen whatever this is that you did here. Okay, but now the option is there. So you right click, there's a share sheet option on the left. I'm out of the server now, you can go ahead and join. And yes, Rachella, this is a brand new campaign. We do have 2 new players. And yeah.
I see map.
Yay, map.
There we go.
Matt,
So where is Fakiha?
Not on this continent, I've told you this.
Oh, okay.
You want to look further east if you want to find Vikia.
Okay. I wasn't sure. So yeah, we've got the map now.
So yeah, the Kingdom of Wings, which is in the south, which is Cromleash, the big city in the south, and then the Western Kingdoms, Anshin, and the religious state of Hirtald, up to the east.
All right. Well, good to know.
Apparently, it's my 29-month sub anniversary.
Oh, cool.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
All right, so now that we've got the map figured out, go ahead and continue.
Sweet.
Okay. So, we're mostly going to be starting off in Cromleash. However, I would like to go through your characters and introduce them to the audience one by one, and then we'll do a short one-on-one of how you would arrive at the city in the first place. So, I'll go through the character order on the top left. So we'll start with Rex. Rex? Trano, are you there?
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Okay, well, apparently Trano is not here. I'll have to inform him on proper etiquette for these games.
Alright, we'll move on to, Arlius for now. If you'd like to give us a short stint.
He would be escorting Kalani in here. He is basically Kalani's trainer, assistant, guardian, as he sees himself, and friend. He is a simple cleric, as what he would usually tell people. Most of the time, he appears to be a wolf-like man with black and silver fur. He is clad in heavy armor that is also the same shade as his fur, black and silver. And he carries his holy symbol around his neck, which is a full moon with a wolf's head over the center of it. And he carries two weapons with him. One he keeps wrapped around his waist, which looks like a whip-like blade, and the other is around his back, which is a truly, truly massive axe, both of which look sized for someone larger than he is. And if anyone ever looks at his shadow, they will not see what he is. They will see a much larger, more almost demonic-like figure. And trying to make sure I got everything there. Also, he is almost always cloaked in what looks like a little bit of darkness, where even if he's standing out in the middle of the sunlight, it looks like he's standing in the shade. Yeah, he'd be with Kalani.
Yep.
Kalani, meanwhile... Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, we'll move on to Kalani, because I'll do your short stint together.
It didn't seem like a good segue.
Kalani, meanwhile, I did bring up the older art that we have of him. I'll be getting a new art done, but, you know, might as well use what's already here for now. He is a Farron. It's a custom raise somebody made, and I quite like Kalani. But anyways, he is a Farron kineticist. Specifically a kinetic knight. So he will have heavy armor and be wielding the elements to weave and destroy, as well as defend. He is the captain of the guard of Fakiha, here on a diplomatic mission from the Lord of Fakiha, Lord Nikal Fakiha. And, yeah. Then he's also got his, faithful servant. Definitely just a servant.
I'm sorry, what?
Minion.
Minion, yes, I like Minion.
Kalani, would you like to know how aerodynamic you are? I'd be more than willing to share this information with you.
Oh, actually, I quite know already. You see, I could just manipulate the air as I wish.
You didn't introduce your companion?
Oh, the rock.
Yeah.
Not
Not an actual rock.
Yeah, Kerr thought I was talking about an actual rock, and he thought I had a pet rock. Like R-O-C-K. And, you know, with... I could have an actual sentient rock as a companion if I wanted. But no, I have the ROC rock, one of the giant birds. So he's only... you settled on medium size right now?
He's only medium right now, so he's probably a bit bigger than your torso. Ferret. I mean, like, if he stands upright, he'd be the same size as you, but yeah. Big enough to hold your gear.
Yeah, he's got some of Kalani's gear strapped to him right now, and he kind of just flaps around and stuff, flying around and scouting. I don't have a name for the rock yet. I forgot to do that. My character isn't fully finished. There's some stuff I still need to put in. It's been a very, very busy couple weeks. A lot of new tabletop campaigns, a lot of stuff to get done. But anyways, yeah, that's it for Kalani for now.
Okay. Well. You two. From Dragora Agal, the great desert in which Fakia resides, would have taken a Fakian airship across the continent. To which, once you arrive on this side, you would have stopped by in the Eastern Keep, which is close to the small island of Iafka, the bottom corner of the map. From there, it would be a traditional cart ride along to Cromleash. It's a relatively dull journey. The land around the eastern part of Illyria is arid. It's not quite desert in the far south. However, you think that if you go further north, or at least you've been told, there is more desert and mesa areas. So the climate is definitely different from home, but not too dissimilar. Either way, the journey goes mostly without incident. There is, however, a couple of merchant types in similar caravans as yourself going forward. One of them asks you about the climate and the temperament towards trade. over in your fair city.
Over in where?
Your fair city, as in over in Fakia.
Oh. Well, it's dry, and hot, and cold, and dry. Did I mention
And
it's dry?
what about goods from the north, like cold steel and enchanted wine pitchers? Do you think those would go well in your city?
Possibly. I don't really handle much of the commerce there. My job is making sure everybody stays safe there.
Yes, his boyfriend usually takes care of that.
Okay. He thanks you, and he offers to share a bit of a sort of mulled wine with you both before his caravan takes down a different road from yours.
Kalani will happily accept.
Arlius will politely decline.
Eventually.
For the record, Kalani does have 2 gallons of ale with him.
But it's not Nord mead.
What is this Nord of what you speak of?
There is actually an island called Nordhaven.
Oh, okay. Anyways, moving on.
Way in the north. Eventually, towering building upon a plateau of stone, seemingly hanging over the edge of the world, greet you as you arrive towards the outermost walls of Cromleash. The path takes you upwards, a winding cliff face to where the gate is situated. It's a rather fantasy steampunk kind of city with part stone, part piping. There's airships everywhere. Although not quite used as taxis, more just coming and going from the southern section. And we'll leave it there with that brief, and go on to Cobalt on Ignai.
I am Ignaldrazik. Hold on, how do I pronounce it? Ignaldrazik. Dragon and
You forgot
soon...
how to pronounce your own character's name?
Yeah, actually, I only pronounce... I don't think I've ever actually said it out loud until just now. He is a very... Okay, he's a kobold, but he's a dragon. He's these big wings, and is fully convinced that he's a dragon. I mean, he is a dragon, my bad. What else do you need? Why they're coming to Cromleash?
Just a bit of the description about yourself and your personality, and then we'll go on as to why you're going to Cromleash.
Well, he has only a backpack on, no other equipment. It seems like, for dragons do not need such things.
You still need a place to store your hoard, though.
Exactly. Why do you think he has the backpack? That's exactly what his backpack is. Seems heavy. It jiggles a little bit whenever he walks. And he seems rather serious. Like someone took a dragon's personality and crammed it into a tiny lizard. He's here to search for places, extend his power and horde.
You're breaking out.
God darn it. Okay, I moved my mic a little closer. How's that?
That's
Better.
better.
All right, cool. He's looking to build up his horde and extend his power as a dragon. This is the first time he's setting out on his own.
Well, on that thought, actually, while you may believe that you're here to spread your power and influence, somebody actually stole 5 gold from your horde.
What? When was
And
this?
Just a few days ago. You followed their scent all the way down south, but you lost it among all the other meat bags, feather brains, and scaled beauties of this place.
How dare they?
Oh,
This is actually a. You know what? Never mind. I'll hold on to this fact.
okay. Roll me a. Is it still investigation in Pathfinder? Let me just double check.
There doesn't seem to be an investigation skill, if that's what you're asking. There's still perception though.
Yeah, just roll me a perception check.
That was almost a 17.
Fortunately, amongst all the sights, the smell, and the wonder, because you're from the north, and while it's not that it's technologically backward, but there are more wild and free lands in the northern forests and glaciers than there are cities. So, you've only ever seen airships at a distance and stuff like that. And you've never been in a city as crowded as this. And unfortunately, you just can't quite find the ones that stole from you. Okay. Next, we'll move on to Magna. If you're there, Digi.
I do exist.
Well, hey, you exist. If you'd like to give us a short introduction on Magna.
Certainly. My name is Magna Amberfell. I'm here because I can't be too many other places. Let's consider me on a suggested parole. I'm here to do honest work to prove that my character is indeed honest and hardworking. But someday, once the sticky details leave people's recent memory, I think I'd like to get one of these boots myself. Get a nice crew around and tour around at my leisure. Nothing too fancy or big about me. Yet.
So you would say the honest adventurer's life is the one for you then, for now.
Well, I need to convince people of that, yes.
Well,
Hard to keep these sticky fingers to myself sometimes.
Crobblish is certainly the more neutral of the free territories, whereas, although you probably have poked about in Anshin a bit, the merchant bureaucracy there is a bit too rich for your liking.
That's a touch. Very hard to keep myself there.
Yep. And, of course, who wants to be sticky-fingered in a city full of paladins who would cut them off? in here
Yes.
told. So probably
Exactly.
is nice neutral territory for you, and a good place for you to begin your above board adventures, shall we say?
Yes, this crew in particular seems very inclined towards a certain direction. On initial glance, anyway.
Very well. We will skip over unnamed because I'm pretty sure that's Kalani's other character for his rock,
Yeah.
and move on to Dewi Stanoga.
Hello, my name is Dewey Desmal. Or Dismal. I don't know. Never learned how to truly pronounce that. It's hard to when you kind of talk to yourself. Grandpa doesn't really talk too much. Anyway, I'm kind of tall. Really tall. Mostly helps me reach the top of the bookshelves. I'm also really pink. I like pink. Pink's a very good color for me. I'm a tiefling, so that's nice. It keeps me nice and warm. I kind of go around spreading the word of words violently with my trusty old well, he's kind of old grandpa, big old ironclad book on my side. I wear dusty leathers because it's kind of hard when you're growing up in a literal library. I'm just kind of out on an adventure, refilling my home after it got attacked by some, random bandits because people aren't nice to words and words hurt. Sticks and stones, all that stuff. But anyway, hi, I hope to make many friends and learn many things that I did not learn behind pages of books and words and things that I liked. And hello.
You. I choose you.
Okay, if you are going for a freaking, I don't even know,
Don't even know where to-
stereotypical white girl.
Don't worry. Don't worry about me. I'm all happy. Nice to meet you. You're fuzzy.
Howdy.
You're not quite together just yet, but I will tell you when you're all together. You, however, Dewey, you wake up upside down in a barrel.
This is very perplexing. It's not how gravity should go. At all.
Yeah.
As I try to roll myself out of the barrel.
Okay. Would you like to give me a dexterity check?
Sure.
And you had to go and get the first natural 20 of the of the campaign. So, not only do you ace rolling out of the barrel, you do it so much that you flip it, catch it on the flat of your foot, and then place it down gently. You are in a wide open. Sorry?
I would like to just real quick say, Stanoga, if your
Yes?
character loves pumpkin spice, you are canceled.
You have to find out.
Pumpkin spice doesn't exist.
So you have chosen death.
Anyway,
Many have chosen death. Many.
actually, Daff is Jeff. He's quite a nice guy, actually, once you get to know him. Anyway, you are in a large loading area from the looks of it. There are cranes and crates everywhere. If you look towards, give me a nature check to begin with.
Let's see. Knowledge, nature.
Yep. Just to see if you've got your north and south correct.
27.
Well, I'm glad that you're rolling these now and not like during combat when you really need them.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you look towards your more southern area, it's more open. It almost as if the docks are just free walls and a roof, and a floor, of course. And it's they're more segmented piers jutting out into the open sky. If you were to go and take a look over the edge, you would see that you are very much on the very southern tip of the continent. Considering that these docks are in open sky, that they must be the airship docks. Because, what boat would sail through the sky if it wasn't an airship?
This is quite enlightening, actually. This is cool. I like this. Peers over the edge is like, oh, this is gonna be exciting.
Glad you're so delighted. Yes.
And I guess I'll try to make my way off the ship.
Well, you're not quite on the ship. You're on the docks, specifically some of the loading docks. You're a rather small barn owl looking man, in a backwards facing worker's cap. Shouts at you across the yard in a very high-pitched voice. You're not supposed to be back here. Go back to the passenger dock, and then he points at the big double doors on the eastern side.
Thank you, Birdman!
Rolls his big eyes and goes back to work.
I like your face! And then she's just gonna almost skip.
So,
come on, Grip!
Saf,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about player versus player?
I encourage it.
Oh.
Don't. A running
Wait,
joke.
no, that's my shield. Lovely traveling.
I'll have you know that I am known to be a fickle demonic god, and I will take the side of the one that's getting bullied the most.
A random
Good.
running joke for my old party. Whenever I was a player, whenever I was mind controlled, a player died every single time.
That's what happened with one of mine, too.
Don't forget the running thing in Eberron where whenever Sinil's whenever DeSoto got controlled, DeSoto died.
Mm-hmm. I killed that dog so many times.
Also, I just simply need to state for the record, Zim's scream of absolute rage and despair was absolutely beautiful.
So yeah, she's just gonna make her way back towards the where the passenger stuff is, where she was told to.
In fact, actually, I will bring up the map of Crumbleish now. Just uno momento, por favor. Sure, record.
Hey, chat, just so you guys know, I will make an exception in this game for you to use influence to kill a player. Just saying.
It still has to get past me first.
I would hate to be that player.
Why do you torture me?
Because I can.
It's easy.
Why do you cause me suffering and pain?
Oh, this is only beginning.
Oh no.
But here we go. This is my my attempt to make a map.
That's awesome.
Actually does look really good.
Seems solid to me.
But as you can see, the airship docks have a main thoroughfare towards the castle and a exit to the east that leads into the industry core.
Yeah, so she's just gonna head into town.
Hey, Trano, are you back yet?
Huh.
Trano?
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Say that again?
I'm here.
Alright. Everybody else has done a introduction to their character, and I've done a little stint of how they've gotten to the city, so if you'd like to introduce your character to the audience and say a little bit about them, we can move on with this.
My character is named Rex. He is a wolfkin. Standing about about average. His body is humanoid. His head is like that of a wolf. But he is covered in white fur and has green eyes. He has come from the far north and been traveling for roughly 10 years.
Is that all you want to no description of equipment or the like?
Oh. He is wearing a suit of stud leather and has a greatsword sheathed on his back.
Getting Witcher vibes.
Yeah, big witch.
All you need is a second greatsword. I almost said my potions are too strong for you, traveler. You travel from the far north, and you've been a fair amount the Great Evergreen, the forests of the north, the tiers of Illyria Glacier. You've seen a lot of them in your travels. You haven't so much been south as much. And as you've gone south, there have been small farming kingdoms that you've traveled through. Many of which owe their land and their title to the Council of Anshin. However, you've went further south, into another kingdom entirely. There have been many people you've met on the road that have told you about the great city on the southern border of its industry and innovation. And it's a good place for a traveler to rest, but it's also a good place for a traveler to set off on new journeys. And so, making your way down there, you have come through the western gate, just past the giant Colosseum. And that's where we'll leave you for now. So, each and every one of you have wound up in Cromley for reasons. Some of you here diplomatically to visit the ruling kingdom. Some of you here by chance, by accident. And some of you here to start a new adventure. However, every new adventure always begins, in typical D&D fashion, in a tavern.
Never lose to classics.
The only good way to start a D&D campaign. I'm glad Dovo wasn't here to hear me say that.
Well, Kalani is more than happily at the bar, drinking his fill.
There
With
is a
some
rather
moderation.
There is a rather well-known tavern just off the path to the airship docks, just under the castle. In fact, owned the Armstrong Tavern, owned by a rather burly man behind the bar, who seems to look good no matter which glass he cleans.
Cats. These glasses were passed down through generations.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought of that.
Anyway, I need quickly BRB to the bathroom. So, if the bunch of you would like to discuss something else for a moment, I'll be right back.
So, you're spreading the word of words. How simple that must be for you.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I find words have a lot more meaning behind them than people assume. Especially big ones that people can't spell.
Is that... Alright. So then, what do different words mean to you then? What does pickpocket mean to you? What does
Do you want a literal definition or a metaphorical definition? Because I can give you two. I can actually get quote 3.5. Well, 4. 5,
that?
actually.
You know, I'm very curious. Just a personal definition. Do you have any feelings towards this word?
Technically, a personal definition for pickpocket translates to one that will relieve the coin or items from another person that is unaware of said items that are being pickpocketed. Though the transitive properties of that does translate to the fact that pickpocketing can mean of placing an item into a pocket, which is still considered pickpocketing.
Yes. Very good. There.
Okay,
Are
I
there
return.
methods which an item can be taken and this is not considered pickpocketing? See, I need you to convince some people for me.
Possibly. Well, maybe. I do like talking to people.
Great.
Okay, so Seth, I have a question for you.
I may or may not have an answer.
Oh, actually, I guess it's not really a question. It's more of a potential reason I could get into the bar. So, each one of my treasures, every gold coin has an arcane mark on it,
Okay.
which is just like a caricature of my face.
Yeah.
They're invisible, but they can be detected through detect magic, which is
Okay.
now a cantrip. So, would it be reasonable to say that I can use detect magic to try to find my missing gold coins, and that might lead me to this bar, a tavern?
Sure.
Yes.
First of all, give me an arcane, a magic check.
I do have knowledge arcana, if that's what you're
Yeah,
asking
that's
for.
what I mean. Knowledge arcana.
For the record,
God darn it.
I do have detect magic on at all times.
It is a cantrip, so why not?
So do I.
You may have to remind me of that on a couple of occasions.
Figured, but
Yeah. So, it's not a difficult roll. Give me a perception roll now, please.
I'm not good at either of these. What am I good at?
Well, that was a good roll.
Well, that's a good roll. That doesn't mean I'm good at the skill.
So almost as if the air is electrified, you taste the magic on your tongue. It's familiar. It's something that you've lain on for years and coveted. The sort of scent trail leads behind this large tavern building there.
I sneak around it.
Okay. Roll me a stealth roll.
Oh, that's where my numbers are.
Some fearsome dragon you are with all your points of stealth.
Hey, I don't think I put any points towards stealth. That's all racial features. God darn it! That's not fair. That was my good roll.
So you see two cloaked figures whispering in hushed tones as they seem to be exchanging what looks to be goods for gold behind the tavern. Immediately, one seems to look up and notice you as he desperately pats the other one on the shoulder, pointing to you in an alarmed manner. What do you do?
Alright, well, I can detect that my coins are in their possession, right?
Yes.
I go after him.
Okay. As they turn to run, you get a almost... Actually, roll me a dexterity check as you almost get a sixth sense to dive out of the way of something.
Dexterity. Wait.
Dexterity saving throw. Reflex.
Reflex.
save. Okay.
Yeah.
It almost landed on 20.
Alright. Your ears are ringing. There is a large explosion as a puddle of gore splashes the walls. It appears that one of them exploded,
Oh.
and the other one was caught in the blast. And you only just managed to dive onto the ground, skidding your nose. There's dirt and stone all over your front side of your scales. And the clink of coins comes spilling down the street, covered in blood.
Well, that was...
You know, as normal day in the city, as you do. I'm going to collect my coins and then whatever extra coins there are now.
There are no extra coins.
Well, I collect my coins and then put them back.
all your money.
Wiping them off,
you
of
hear
course, making them nice and
shouts.
clean.
You hear shouts down the street. It sounds like the guard are getting alerted to the situation.
Alright, well, as soon as I get my coins nice and clean and put in my bag, I leave.
I would like to... Is Kalani there?
Kalani's in the tavern. This is in the alleyways behind the tavern going towards the Coliseum.
Reasonably,
Okay.
you probably heard the explosion.
You
Would
probably
it
heard
be
the
possible
explosion.
for me to notice this?
So-
Is this tavern the brown roof one next to the Coliseum?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, Kalani will have jumped up before, up at the ready, before he kind of realizes, wait, this is in my jurisdiction, and awkwardly sits back down.
Arlius is going to get up, walk over to Kalani, grab him by the back of his neck, and start pulling him.
This isn't my area! What are you doing?
Yes, and I'm not going to hear you stop complaining about it if we don't go.
Well, yes,
You
but
will.
I can't actually do anything here. I don't have the authority.
Yes, and what if people need help? Are you just going to sit around getting drunk when we might be able to help someone? Perhaps save someone's life?
That's fair.
Magna looks away out.
Well, Kalani will head outside to go investigate.
Just a quick interruption. I hope that was satisfactory for you, Karma. Anyway,
Hey,
yeah.
it worked out for me. Nobody steals from a dragon.
Nobody steals from a dragon and then randomly explodes.
Hey, it's just a bad idea in general.
I mean, you're not even sure at this point if it was the coins they exploded or something else they were handling. He could have been paying like 5 coins for a bomb of some sort of
He's
description.
literally
and it just
purchasing a bomb.
Yep, and
Explodes.
it just exploded on him. Poor guy.
You said you weren't followed. No witnesses.
No witnesses, including the sailor.
Exactly.
Okay, so whoever runs outside, there is a slight crowd forming. Sort of eaglish and peregrine falcon type avians float down with halberds and silver mail. They are, well, quite easily the Cromleash Imperial Guard. And they seem to be quartering off the crowd for now. With a couple of them going into the back alley. I assume you already turned tail, Ignal.
Oh, yeah, I would have already left and probably just wandered into the tavern.
Okay. For whoever is still in the tavern, a kobold with wings walks in, covered in a bit of dirt, grime, and blood.
He's currently dusting himself off of the viscera.
I looked to the person I was talking to. It's like, that one seems rather headed out on adventure today.
They do, don't they? Excuse me, yeah, I'm gonna just poke my nose around a little bit. Don't worry about it,
Hey, that's how you get new information. I'm all for that.
Great, I'm going to like you.
Doom in 10 games between these two.
But is it Doom for people? Is it Doom for other people or Doom for yourselves? That's yet to be known.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure we'll find out very quickly.
The answer is yes.
Great.
Excuse me, Stephanar?
Yes?
Is it still at the gate, or have I moved into the tavern?
You've moved into the tavern. That was assumed. Everybody, it's on the western gate anyway. Beside the Colosseum, it's a place to rest. Sorry about that. You're free to run outside again, as Arlius and Kalani seem to have run outside at the sound of the explosion. But if you stayed inside, like I said, you would have seen a kobold with wings covered in grime and blood enter the tavern.
So presumably Kalani and Aurelius would see that. Aurelius.
Yeah, he would pass you as you left.
Okay. That would
And,
be
like I said-
suspicious, and Kalani would react.
Okay.
Hey, you there!
Hey,
He like perks up and looks around to see who might be calling him.
Kalani is very clearly staring straight at you. What happened out there?
I took back what was mine. Not my fault they exploded.
Arlius is going to be standing beside Kalani, just kind of watching a little bit.
And I presume that since all of his coins are marked, Kalani would be detecting magic from this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
There's specifically like an arcane cipher over the top of the coins.
Well, he probably can't see the coins themselves, but at least he can feel the magic from them.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna need to talk to the guard.
I have no business with them.
You may have just witnessed a murder.
And it's none of my business.
Yes.
Wait, were they? Hold on, were they humans?
No.
No,
Yeah,
the people who exploded.
One was a catfolk and the other was a raven.
Oh, got it. You mammals and you birds are so fragile. I don't know what makes you explode these days.
I'm say exploding over my Giuseppe brand suits.
So the guard are currently descending behind the tavern?
Two of them descended in front of the tavern to sort of hold the crowd back, and one of them, a Paragon Falcon-looking guard, a bit taller than the rest, started walking into the alleyway behind.
Okay. Guards, over here. This one seems to know something about what happened there.
Kinda like you.
Citizen, is this true? A sort of bald eagle, graying, sort of elderly looking one walks over.
Are you talking to me or Kalani?
He's talking to you. He's looking down at you as he's quite a bit taller.
He says, I don't know who this citizen is, but I have a name. I am Ignalgizix. He puffs his chest out and tries to look taller.
And I am Captain Farron. But the same question stand. Did you witness something here?
Ah, yes, the bird and the feline exploded while I was trying to get my money back.
You attacked them?
Well, I didn't get much of a chance. Before I could even get close, they turned into puddles.
He sort of stares at you for a moment, almost as in disbelief.
He still has one of his coins. He's cleaning it off right now, as if this whole situation is a nuisance.
This one is carrying, he has some sort of magic with him.
It's centered on his money bag, it seems.
Which is the entire backpack, by the way.
I've seen the like before. Most vain reptiles of the north tend to keep some kind of marking identifier for their treasures. I will let you be for now, but know that the guard will have their eye on you, so don't cause any more trouble. He turns and walks off. It's clear that they're still trying to figure out what actually happened, like how the two exploded. But yeah,
Two people just died. You could have a little bit more reference for that.
who was that said to?
Igna. Ignodazix.
You hold on. I can't say what's and Sephinar, I need your help.
Yes.
How would a dragon refer to lesser beings?
Meat minions.
Puny mortals.
I was thinking puny mortals too, but aren't dragons technically mortal as well?
Not the way they think.
Only to the blade. Their lifespan is, pretty long lived.
You mortals are so fragile. Wait, hold on. What was the question? Oh yeah. So many of you die every single day. I don't understand how you even keep track.
Arlius's expression is just going to turn into a very, very cold smile. Oh, you sweet innocent child. Who are you calling mortal?
You, actually.
Before he kind of just shakes his head and looks at Kalani. Oh, sorry about that.
You see, identifying
I'll
the
have
sentence shows that the subject was indeed you.
Dewey perked up from
Uno reverse card.
She just sticks her nose in the conversation.
Subjects and predicates are actually very interesting.
Yep. It's all about ownership, actually.
Good to see the party's getting off to a good start. Yeah. Rex, what are you doing while this is all going on?
Well, I'm sitting down at a table, kind of listening in to what's going on, and then rubbing my temples at that fact.
Okay.
Do you know how many extra spells a caster gets based on their spellcasting modifier?
Yes, I can help you with that. What's your spellcasting modifier?
Modifier is, or the score is 15 modifier plus 2.
You do not get anything.
Oh.
Your score is way too low.
I don't know, man. Where I come from, the max is 20. 15 would be great.
Oh, no. Here, like, you can start with 20 and go up to, like, 22, 24, 26.
Not to mention there's actually 10th level spells in Pathfinder. There's technically 12 level spells in
actually,
D&D, but they're forbidden.
He does get bonus spells per day.
Does he? I didn't think you got it at 15th level. Or at 15th.
15 would be one extra first and one extra second.
I only have first. So I only get one extra first level, right?
Yeah.
Correct. You get one extra cast.
You get one extra spell per day, not more known or anything.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh, never mind. It actually shows that on Fantasy Grounds.
I thought it was at 16 where you start getting extra spells, not 15.
It's all going to
Actually,
be a learning.
as soon as you have an ability modifier, you start getting some, but it's only one extra first level spell before.
So, given that the exciting events are over for now, I'm going to assume that you all head back in for your leisurely drink.
Sip.
Yep.
Some sip. No.
I order some meat as well.
You order some meat.
I'm gonna change my mind on this group again. Maybe they're alright. Interesting, but alright.
So the bartender serves all of your needs, all from the strongest of ales to the brisk cuts of meat that were ordered. All the while, seemingly flexing in the corner as he polishes glasses.
Something strange about that man, but I don't dislike him.
Yep.
How odd.
Hey, don't question the bartender, man. He'll freaking arm wrestle you across the table.
I can take him.
Are you sure about that?
Says
No,
the
no.
person who
Hold on.
strained the 20. Yeah.
No. The proper DM response is probably something along the lines of, "You can go ahead and try." That was a joke, of course. You respond however you feel the need to, but I just love how all DMs end up starting to say, "You can try. You can certainly try."
You can certainly try. Try my patience.
Specialty of
Ayo.
Arlius would be sitting by Kalani drinking water that he creates.
Wow, that's pretty rude.
Someone has to stay not drunk.
I know, but you're in
Yeah.
a paid establishment and you can generate your own water. That's like the height of rudeness.
Kalani is going to drink plenty, but he'll, be limiting himself so he's not actually getting fully drunk. But
Well, you're not staying to see the king and queen until tomorrow, theoretically, because obviously they don't expect you to have a audience as soon as you get into town, considering that you've been traveling and you need to, wash, get your finest gear ready, etc., etc.
well, yeah,
It's just not protocol to do it as soon as you arrive. Regardless, the light outside starts to move to a more fiery red as the sun dips below the horizon. This happens more often than you think, given that you're on Sky Islands, and the sunset is actually a lot faster than it is should you be down below. The clamor around the tavern is, jolly to say the least. This seems to be one of the more reputable taverns, but not quite snobbish. Everybody has a good time and people are well behaved, even while drunk. There are a few contests going. Some people are playing cards, some people are arm wrestling. A rather big, burly bear seems to be challenging the barkeep to a arm wrestle, to which the barkeep is winning without even batting an eyelid. It's at this point that an ominous bell starts to toll.
Ooh, what is that?
ominous.
if I had to make my guess, it would probably be an alarm of some manner.
Exciting. Odd. Exciting, actually. This is cool. I like this place. It's always something new.
What's causing it, though?
That is the million-dollar question.
Give me
I'll
a
take that
perception.
one.
Give me a perception check from all of you.
There we go.
Sorry, I was double checking my skills and making sure everything was right. But then again, I can't have more than one in perception anyways, so.
I rolled a 19. And there's the natural one of the session.
There we go.
Well, Magna, how much have you had to drink so far?
I have been trying to ignore this group and doing very little other than imbibing.
You happen to fall off your stool at the first sign of the bells, scratching the back of your head as you don't quite remember how you got on the floor in the first place. Ignal, Arlius, and Kalani, you hear what sounds to be shouting, specifically from above. Given that you saw the guard arrive from above earlier, you can only assume that it's patrols alerting the others and moving off into a distance. And then crash. The sound of a large object impacting something. And the crumbling of brickwork. The ground tremors. You hear horns in the distance. What do you do?
Honey, I thought you said this was going to be a quiet vacation, an easy job. Come on, we need to go investigate.
No, it was Nikol that said that. I kind of doubted him.
At least one of you have sense. I am going to probably be dragging Kalani out if he doesn't come along willingly.
No, Kalani is absolutely going to investigate.
The rest of you?
I may as well.
Yeah, I'll stand up and be like, I could use some excitement. Well, maybe excitement. I don't know. Explosions usually lead to, like, it's always my favorite section. So let's go! Tally-ho!
You are very spirited. Keep that spirit
That's what
firmly in your pocket.
That's what my mom says. Thank you.
Oh, you are going.
Ignal, Rex.
Rex will be following him out while saying, I could use some exercise.
Delightful.
He'll start stepping out and say to himself, maybe there'll be some loot at the end of this.
See, the cobalt side of you is showing.
Hey, that's dragons too. Dragons are also always after gold and shiny things. They're just much more majestic about it.
Yes.
Dust permeates the air. Soot, fire spring up from the western wall. You see the Colosseum next to you. There appears to be a giant piece of rubble lodged into the side of the Colosseum, with the outer wall crumbling quite a bit. Of course, the server wants to do a Windows update, and I'm telling it no. You catch the specks of light from the torches below off the silver armor of the guard. They are out in force. Like, you're seeing platoons, even, should we say, a small army of guard heading towards the western gate.
Shall we all head that way? That seems to be where the excitement is.
Arlius is not even slowing down. He's just moving right towards it.
You
One
are
hand reaching back to grip his axe.
Kalani's got his spear at the ready. His rock kind of flapping along behind him. Or over him, kind of giving us scouting.
Rex follows along, unsheathing his greatsword and resting it on his shoulder.
Oh god. How do I add a D3 damage?
You got D6 and half it.
You can literally right-click on the D6, go to Custom Dice, and then D3.
Oh, you're genius.
I unhook my book and like, come on, Grandpa. We're gonna have some stories to write.
Stories to write, stories to end. Pardon. Rogue. Yeah.
So, the scene that greets you at the gate. A veritable sea of silver helms on avian and otherwise faces as they all point outwards with their halberds at the ready. A large crashing sound greets you from far to the north as you see another boulder hurtle over the wall and crash somewhere into the slums district north of you. Given that that's two boulders that have now impacted the town, either some sort of natural disaster is happening, or, well, there could just very well be a siege on the outside.
Do we see see guards running past?
Yep.
Kalani is going to, look for one of the guards to find out the situation. Preferably one in charge.
Arlius is going to be right with him.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check, please, Kalani. You see the bald eagle from earlier. Do you remember his name?
Nope.
Farron, I believe.
Yep.
I, as a
Captain
player,
Farron.
do not. Kalani would.
But yeah, Captain Farron is about to pass you unless you grab his attention.
Kalani will signal his attention. What seems to be going on?
City defenses are under attack. A huge horde of goblins is amassed to the west. These seem to be led by several hobgoblins, and there is potentially a sightings of a dragon-like creature out there. I suggest you go find shelter. Unless you are one of those adventuring types, then potentially we could have work for you.
I'm captain of the guard of Fakiha. I am more than happy to put my capabilities at your service.
I'm one of the ones who trained him. I'd be more than happy to deal with your little goblin problem. As he's just going to draw his massive axe, which is sized for a large creature, not a medium-sized creature.
Then, on behalf of the king, I issue a request. There are several hobgoblin leaders. We'd like you to go and slay one, just outside the gate. If you do, we will be able to push our defenses out further and potentially take out the siege engines. Do you accept?
Arlius is going to nod.
Point me in the direction.
I just ask that your men don't shoot me in the back while we deal with your problem for you.
You have no worry of that. He's going to. He quickly he marks the quest on your mini, but no. He's going to quickly
Quest
pull
added.
out. He's going to quickly pull out a map, and he's going to mark an area just west of the gate with a cross and hand it to you. That's where the scouts last reported that particular leader. Good luck. And he runs to go and help man the defenses.
Oh, before he goes, I'm gonna walk up to him and say, "You said goblins, right?"
Yes.
Yum. Roast goblin is good, and there's always a lot of them. And he's gonna run after the two of them.
Huh?
Delightful.
Oh, come on. This shall be fun, actually.
Yes, certainly. And enjoy. Well,
You are
I
breaking
don't
out
suppose-
really bad, Digi.
that's fine.
Shoot, what is Magna again?
Marten.
Oh, right. Wait,
Yeah, he's a
Did
pine
we-
marten.
did we have an introduction for you?
Yeah, it was very short and simple.
Ah, okay.
He made friends with Dewey.
Yes, she seems very suggestible.
She's helpful.
Oh, right, you were the sneaky one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I need to. Just before we start this encounter, I need to double check that everybody is on the party sheet, because that would be helpful.
When
I'm not. See, I'm merely sweet.
You're,
Sorry, he is still fading out for me.
feisty.
when we make it outside of the gate, Arlius is going to start muttering a soft prayer, holding his holy symbol with one hand, and his form is going to be engulfed in azure fire as he grows much larger, two broken wings spreading out from his back, and he looks much more demonic with two curved horns coming out of the top of his head. And he's also now large size. He's like 9 feet tall. As the axe he was holding that looked almost comical before now fits him perfectly.
Agnald is gonna turn to Kalani and whisper, "Man, he definitely seems like a main character type, huh?"
Are you
Kalani
breaking
is
the
just
fourth
going to
wall?
look at
Are you
Ignal.
breaking the fourth wall in my campaign?
Absolutely not.
Magna briefly considers how amusing it would be to say, "Help, demons."
That, dude, like what? Where?
Do you double check that you're on the party sheet? I need to quickly run to the bathroom again. Apologies. And then we'll start it.
Dang, how'd you all roll such good stats?
Mine's from race.
You can.
Oh, right. Did we do any, like, RP adjusting or whatever it's called?
No.
Ah, okay, just checking.
Oh, that's right. I was looking at Dewey's ability scores. It's like, why do you have such a high intelligence? It's like, wait, no. That type of Inquisitor uses intelligence, not wisdom.
Yeah. I threw a wrench in the plan.
Yeah, no, I was looking at this. It's like, this ability score spread seems really good. Well, why is it an intelligence? Ah, yes, that's right. You are the book. You use intelligence.
I am smart. And her
You are
charisma.
Your charisma is shit.
Your
It is-
charisma is less than shit.
It is abysmal, and it is the greatest
Yours
thing
is
ever.
worse than mine.
I know. I aim.
You have a surprisingly good wisdom, though.
I got like a lot of even stats, except for like strength and like charisma.
I am going to kill you.
Oh,
there.
but love Dewey.
I do not like ditzes.
As I was making a joke with
That sounds like a
Kalani,
personal problem.
Dewey may be the reason that Arlias falls again.
Wait, I think it's funny that you think she's a ditz because she has the highest intelligence modifier in the entire group.
She's just not very good at speech. That's all. Anything else is your
or reading the room, or understanding how people are feeling.
Or social situations, or anything.
Lord, oh Lord, give me mercy, because if you give me strength, I'm going to need bail money.
I'm personally happy because we've got like one random weirdo who thinks he's a dragon, and then a bunch of edgelords.
How
How is Kalani an edgelord? How is he even remotely an edgelord?
Okay, maybe not Kalani.
Nice person.
Anyway, so you are lit out by the guard from the western blockade. Before you lays a small ocean of green creatures. The nasty, skulking, conniving, odious green goblins that you see in your typical fantasy. Clad in roughshod armor and equipment, with slightly bigger orange-looking goblins dotted around, seemingly pointing either pointy sticks or sharp knives at the wall. In the far-off distance, you see trebuchets, is the only thing you can describe them, launching boulders at the walls. And give me a perception check, please.
Oh god, I seem to have opened Fantasy Grounds twice.
Nice.
Now we're really gaming.
Now you are video gaming.
Oh no, I am not gaming.
No.
Oh.
this is pop.
This is where all our rolls are going.
I'm too distracted by the delicious looking goblins. In my mind, I feel like goblins are like potato chips to dragons. Are they the tastiest thing? No.
I cannot
Are they the
dispute this,
healthiest
but
thing?
I will not agree with it.
Are they the healthiest thing? Absolutely not. But there's a lot of them.
They're like
They're very
Pringles.
easy to eat. Exactly.
Okay. Kalani and Arlias, please give me a will saving throw.
Is this a spell?
This is not a spell.
Okay.
This is a supernatural ability.
Oh, that kind of reminds me. I see Arlias has damage resistance 5 towards silver. Do you want to add my damage resistance, whatever it is, to special defenses?
You add that.
You
I
can add
can't-
that.
I can't add it.
Yes, you can.
It's
adding
Main tab, damage reduction line.
Okay.
Where's that?
The
very
main
bottom under
tab.
your HP.
Oh, there it is.
A cold shudder moves down your spine as ethereal green eyes seem to stare at you from across the battlefield. A creature towering over the goblin horde. A decaying and rotting draconic creature of bone and moldy flesh. Kalani, you see much the same thing, however, you are now completely terrified of it. As its cold, necromantic presence burrows deep into your soul and shakes you to your foundation. However, it is still several hundred feet away, and your current objective does not take you to that location.
Arliss is just gonna stare at it. It's just like shake his head. If I had my former power, this would be a glorious battle. Well, unfortunately, we have a job to do, and it does not involve that, though. I do wish to slay it sometime. Kalani, everyone, shall we continue on?
Yes, we have a job to finish here. We need to kill these things. Preferably a lot of them. I do not like goblins.
Yeah, they're kinda
Anybody like goblins, though?
I know a few people that do.
Him, apparently.
He licks his lips loudly.
I
Stop
have
that.
one
And the-
friend who has a goblin sona instead of a fursona.
But
So anyways, initiatives?
Yes, please. Also, if you could drag your tokens onto the...
We cannot. You have to add us to the combat tracker, and from the combat tracker, you have to add us to the battle map.
Oh,
Quick question. Quick
do we gotta-
question.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, do we automatically get added to the combat tracker when we roll initiative?
Yes. Don't
no.
we?
Oh. Oh, there we go.
No, I was gonna ask. While we were walking, can we have can we cast do we have time to cast one spell on ourselves while we're making our way to where we're supposed to go?
Sure.
I am going to take the time to cast Longstrider on myself, which will give me a plus 30 movement speed. And it
Okay.
lasts 10 minutes.
How long does mage armor last in this one?
1 hour per level.
Oh. I guess I'll wait a little bit.
The encounter's probably not going to go an hour. It's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
safe to do it.
You said an hour, my mind thought like a minute. I'll
Yeah,
cast
yeah.
it down.
That's why I'm casting Longstrider right now. It only lasts 10 minutes, but otherwise I move at 15 feet. I am slow boy.
It's small, but only with speed.
Yes, so Longstrider is a very necessary thing to actually be able to keep up with people.
Let's see, you said initiative.
I can't add the mage armor effect to myself, can I? What did that do?
Oh wow, it did roll. That was odd. When I rolled it, it like dropped and rolled under the chat box.
That's awkward.
It was weird. Yeah, I'm gonna cast something on me. I think. I don't know. These spells are weird. Gasp.
Also, did an influence arrive while I was at the bathroom, by the way?
Yes, but I cannot approve or deny something that I do not know.
Okay.
Which is what I was explaining to Karma in the chat. It's just not how it works.
I'm gonna cast Bane on myself.
Because influence goes through me first to make sure that it's an appropriate level and something that is generally allowed. And then it goes to the DM for approval to actually be added to the game.
You don't want to cast Bane yet.
Not yet.
No, it's a 50-foot radius burst that affects all of your enemies. It's not
Okay.
like an aura effect. It's just a wave of terror and fear and doubt.
Not like 5e Bane.
No, In this case, it will affect everyone who is in that 50-foot radius that you target. And if they fail their will save, they take a -1 penalty on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, so it's a flex spell.
It's really good for affecting a lot of people, and it lasts 1 minute per level, but it's only a 50-foot burst.
These.
Damn, the goblins rolled good.
Ooh, I will cast Magic Weapon on myself, though.
That's a good spell.
That one I can do.
God, I bet Magic Weapon is so much better than 5th edition Magic Weapon.
Magic Weapon in this one, there's both Magic Weapon and Greater Magic Weapon, both of which I can cast on people when you guys need it. Magic Weapon just gives you a +1 to attack and damage. It does not stack with Masterwork if your weapons are already Masterwork. But it does allow your weapons to be treated as magic for overcoming damage reduction. And then Greater Magic Weapon, it's once every 3 levels, up to a max of +5. It gives a +1 to attack and damage. So at level 6, it's +2 attack, +2 damage. Level 9, +3 attack, 3 damage, and so on.
Level do we get permanency?
That's
Or I
level
get-
6, I believe.
Was that a level 6 spell?
Level 5 spell.
Level 5 spell. Dang, that's so far.
So level 9.
I can't wait to get there.
Why?
He wants to cast permanency with Form of the Dragon, probably. I can read you like a freaking book, Kobold.
I get four,
Well,
all
if
three.
you
I
had
get,
if you had any interesting things, yes.
I get all 3 levels of Form of Dragon as my class spells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get level 12 or 13 for the first one.
Magic Weapon. Magic Weapon. Alright, you guys have your tokens, right? See them on the right-hand side of the map.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. If you'd like to just assign them to the first couple of rows of squares as if you would enter. Ah, shit. Yeah.
You gotta approve it.
Yep.
You can unlock the map for that. I thought you have used Fantasy Grounds before.
I have. I just rusty. Okay.
Okay.
There it should be normal movement now.
Would you be able to increase my token size?
You can hold control and use mouse wheel to do so.
Oh, okay. Oh god, what have we done?
I'm finally dragon sized.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah,
Maybe by Kalani.
Also, Ignal collapse that superposition. If there's anything I learned from Delve, it's don't stand on multiple squares.
No.
Sephinar says collapse at superposition. All my kobold brain heard was blah blah. Because those are big words that I didn't understand. I was really confused.
Alright. So begin our combat with Goblin 1. Aptly named.
Hey, how many goblins are there?
You can see how many there are.
Yeah, I forgot to change how they
rolled good
how
initiative.
it works on this campaign. I'll fix it later.
Oh, do you mean the random numbering?
Yeah.
Random
It's fine
numbering
for now.
and where they're not they're not grouped together.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's fine for now.
What the heck is subdual?
Subdual damage is damage that doesn't actually subtract from your HP. It is damage that it's not enough to actually hurt you, but if you take enough equal to your hit points or more, you
get
go
knocked
down.
out.
It's non-lethal damage.
It's
What's-
not lethal damage.
What's SR?
Spell resistance.
Oh,
Alright.
cool.
So, Goblin number 1 scurries along, and a arrow goes whizzing past your tail, Ignal. On to the next one.
How dare you, insolent snacks!
Okay, so this is... penalty. -5. I assume an 11. Oh no, that's gonna miss you anyway. It says it's gonna miss you. As not quite within its range, but it tries to take a long shot at you, Kalani. The arrow falls just short of your feet, landing with a soft thunk in the mud. He is to get closer to his buddies. He going on here. Alright. Ignal. You've been shot at.
So, quick question. Spark. That just ignites things that aren't being worn or carried, right?
Yep.
Yep.
God. How do you guys play casters without any offensive cantrips? I don't get it.
Casters are one of the worst in the very early levels, and they are god tier at the later levels. Once you get past basically level 1 and 2, you become very, very scary very, very quickly.
So what you're saying is, Safinar's probably gonna try to kill me now.
If you are allowed to reach to the point where you start getting like 3rd and 4th level spells, any full caster basically becomes far more powerful than any non-caster.
Is concentration a thing?
Nope.
Hey, it's spell check instead.
And what spell check?
Basically, if you're wearing armor, you have a spell check failure. But however, most spellcasting classes that grant you armor negate that. If you are under duress, as in if you are in close combat with people, or there are people actively hitting you, then there is a slight chance that the spell will fail. That's about all you need to know.
Okay.
Basically, never be in melee.
Oh. I'm going to cast.
A 206 player's guide. It has the concentration checks or spell failures.
I'm gonna cast resistance on myself just in case. I get a +1 to saves. I'm gonna go over here. I'm done.
Alright. You want to pass the turn?
Oh, right. That button's there.
Yep.
Sorry, it was hidden by
Arlo.
some dice.
Arlius.
Arlius is going to let out an eager howl before pointing his axe at the Goblin one. Show me what you've got, little thing. And he is going to... I should have enough movement there to get there. Yep, I do. Thanks to
Uh-oh.
my long strider.
I didn't realize that Magna had rolled initiative.
That's fine. I'm I heard initially that there was something that I was supposed to do extra other than roll initiative, so I was looking around trying to figure out what that was. But it turns out not really.
All right, it's fine. We'll just we'll backtrack into your turn just after Arlius. So
He is going to just basically run towards this thing, heft up his axe, and he is going to go to town upon Goblin 1.
okay, roll me an attack.
While you're rolling attack, I have to make an important announcement. Guys, Among Us is 20% off on the Switch right now.
Arlius, you had one job. You had one job, man.
Yep, you had one job, and you failed miserably.
Did not bop.
He's not used to small things.
As the goblin nimbly, well, we say nimbly, it kind of tripped over a mushroom and dodged your axe. So it wasn't very graceful, but it dodged it anyway.
I was expecting the head, not the mushroom.
Attack failed successfully.
Magna, we'll have your go then, since we accidentally skipped you.
That's fine. How far does he go on a turn? 30 speed. He'll be moving over here, but can't really get quite far enough to engage properly with anything of significance. But he's sticking close to the dog.
Alright. If that's all, we'll move on to Kalani.
Yep.
Alright, Kalani will move forth to engage Goblin 3. Well, actually...
I forgot to actually move him onto the proper square. My bad.
You could probably reach him with a charge.
Actually, I can reach them normally.
Reach weapon, yes.
40 feet, and reach weapon, yes. I am going to use Tidal Blade. Your melee attack targets 2 creatures. I make a melee attack roll and compare it to the AC of 2 creatures within my reach. If the attack roll hits a target, the attack deals weapon damage as normal. Use the same damage roll for each target. I am also in my ready the draw stance, which means that I am basically drawing my weapon as part of this attack and then stowing it again.
Like a samurai.
Exactly.
Yes, it's based on Iojutsu.
Yeah, exactly. So I do get a +2 bonus on this attack roll. And I'll roll it on one of them so we'll know if it hits both of them. And it missed both.
Do I ask you for a crit fail card on the first session?
I don't have any for this game. I would love to find some. If anybody knows where I can find Pathfinder ones, let me know.
I think there's crit fail tables that were in the GM options, But anyway,
that's a that's for D&D.
Unfortunately, you swing your spear around and you swing it just also wider than normal, missing them both, over swinging and stumbling forward a bit. We'll put you 5 feet.
God damn it, Kabani, what are you doing? Stop playing around!
Yeah, you look like an utter tool, but you're otherwise unharmed for now.
Okay. Well, that's it for my turn. Since I can't reach with
Hey.
my bite or tail slap.
Rex, you're up.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out how much is 50 feet on this board.
Each square is 5 feet.
Okay, each square is 5 feet.
Yep.
Just short. And I'll complete my turn.
That's where I hear I curse you, DM, for giving the first starting monsters range weapons. The Hobgoblin, he is going to he sort of points in your direction. Hold on a sec, I'm having trouble moving the map. There we go. And the 2 goblin dogs each move 10 feet. That's all he's going to do for now. And the goblin dog's turn. 5. Very. It's going to attempt to bite you, Rex. Unfortunately, it can't quite get its chompers around your studded leather armor, as it fails to scratch. Alright. Number 2.
Hold on. Attack of opportunity. I have a lot of attacks of opportunity.
Thought we discussed that it was only if it left your threat range, not if it entered your threat range.
His threat range is 10 feet because of his lance.
Yeah. And a creature moving through threat range doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, it's only if they leave.
It's when you leave a threatened square, you provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
So
it's
moving-
not. It's entered your threatened squares.
No, he threatens the square right to the left of the goblin dog, and when it leaves that square to move in front of him, that will trigger an attack of opportunity from his reach weapon.
But he's approaching him. It doesn't quite work if you're it would
think-
work. It would work if he was leaving to flee the threatened square, but he's moving through his threatened range to attack him. There's a
But-
difference.
No. With reach weapons, if you enter into if you move out of a threatened square that he is threatening, even if you're moving towards him, that will trigger the attack of opportunity for a reach weapon. Entering a square for a normal weapon, you only threaten the squares around you. He threatens one more though. So it'd be like
I think the confusion here is that, unlike 5th edition, instead of it being based on threat area, it's individual squares. Like he
This-
can't move within individual squares, even if they're still within threat range, right?
Yeah, this is basically reflecting, like, you know, cavalry charging into a line of pikemen. Those pikemen are going to get their stab on those cavalry before the cavalry actually reach them, and that's what is reflected with this. I had a nat 1 on my first attack. At least let me have something.
If it helps, I did share an image in the Darkening Skylines for how reach and such works for attacks of opportunity in Pathfinder.
I know how the reach frattens, but to my knowledge, it's always been treated as you fratten those squares. But that's if anybody leaves those squares, to my understanding, approaching an enemy, even if you're within the range of its reach, it's not leaving its frat. You're just getting closer to it.
No,
But,
if you move out of any of for the first image, any of those orange squares, that will trigger an attack if you don't 5-foot shifts.
Okay, that is a hit. Roll damage.
Alright. I did technically have a +2 on this, but Disable.
As the dog rushes to charge you, you put the edge of your pike in the ground and spear it through the head. And it has fallen to your superior anti-cavalry tactic.
alright. I gotta be somewhat cool.
Joey.
Yes. Just she was flipping through, but oh, it's my turn. Okay, awesome. Not much I could do because I am so freaking far away. Let's see. I'm right there. Okay. 30. Let's move here, and I'm going to do. Wait, what's the range on this spell? Because now I gotta reread spells. A missile of acid. Acid splash. Yes, let's do that. That sounds fun, actually. I'm just gonna take the book and, like, go upsy-daisy and hit a ball of acid towards Goblin 3? No, Goblin Dog number 1. So... cast. I don't think that's gonna work. And it goes wide. Well,
Unfortunately, the scenery is now, that tree is, bubbling away and giving a sort of acrid wood smell as your spell goes ever so slightly wide.
oh, poo. I was never really good at this sports ball. She can't do anything.
See, now you're starting to sound like a nerd instead of a ditz.
That's all things should be.
It's a natural order. You'll find out. She fluctuates. There's actually not much I could do. I don't have any. I think swift.
See,
action.
as a low level caster, that's the same between this edition and 5th edition.
I'm having flashbacks, everyone.
I missed my spell. Well, next turn.
Yeah.
You
no.
missed your 20th level character already.
Oh my god, I miss so much. Anyway, she's just go guys! Come on, we can do this! Yay!
Don't
Uh,
worry, you'll become strong soon.
Yes.
You wanna pass your turn on?
Yeah, I thought I hit the button.
Okay. Well, you swung and a missed at it, so it's gonna swing and maybe hit you, Arlius, as it attempts to attack back. And unfortunately, it just seems to bounce over whatever protection you have, whether it be your hide or armor.
Probably my armor.
Alright, number 2 has just seen Kalani do the world's worst pole dancing effort, and then spear one of their friendly puppos.
Wait a sec. Has anyone been hurt yet?
Now,
Nope.
there has been misses all across the board.
Pathfinder's weird.
So, yeah, it's going to knock an arrow and attempt to fire at Kalani. And it misses with a 16. Unfortunately, as the arrow, do you have shoulder guards on?
Probably.
As it just
Oh wait,
seems to
no, not yet.
ping
He's
off.
in his light armor right now, so.
Yeah, it just seems to break upon the light armor. A little bit of a bruise to your shoulder, nothing major. Number 3. It's going to take a 5-foot step and attempt to hit you with its pointy stick, otherwise known as a short sword. And it is also going to miss, as these goblins are not known for their accuracy, but more known for their sheer overwhelming numbers usually. Right, number 4 is... Okay. It's going to attempt to shoot at Rex. Me, damn it. I don't think I've rolled like 12 twice, and that's against Kalani. Everything else has been under 10.
Goblin 3 though.
What about it?
It moved up there.
It took a 5-foot step. It doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity.
Attacks of opportunity don't trigger off of 5-foot shield.
Okay.
It's the one way to safely approach you.
I actually do have an ability I could use, but I'd have to use it on my turn first, and yeah. Anyways, carry on.
Then number 5 is going to continue flanking around the lake.
My hamster to suck eggs.
Oh. I hear an influence. Ignal, it is your turn, tiny lizard with wings.
Dragon. I am a dragon, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, wait. Yeah, 6. I can hit him. All right, I'm going to attack him with my as a free action. I'm going to imbue my claws with sorcerer's power and make some claw attacks. How the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I don't do this a lot. Cool, I missed though. And I get 2 attacks. Shoot. Alright, cool. That's 1 round of my... How many rounds of this do I get?
God, you know, I am actually, like, my memory is cast back to, like, the first few episodes of, like, Iron Fang and Echoes of Aberon, when we were but lowly wee babs flailing at everything.
I have 5 rounds worth of my magic claws. They don't have to be consecutive though. But yay, that was first round. Next turn.
Magna!
Me.
As your tiny possible companion has rushed in front of you to attack the nearby goblinoid.
Yes, good. Very good. Little... Yes, dragon. That's what he said.
Yeah, sure, dragon. You don't remember dragons coming in pipe size.
Hey, they're not born big, okay?
It's not pretty big. I'll just consider you. Oops.
I don't know what's going on with your mic, but you are just so quiet for me.
I don't know.
You fade in and
Are you
out.
like-
Is your mic actually?
Are you like... Sorry.
I was just gonna ask. Is your mic in front of your mouth, or?
It should be. Let me check. Is this better?
Currently.
Well, alright, let's see how long
Do you
that
have a
lasts.
standalone mic? Or is it a headset?
Yes. No, it's a standalone.
Might want to go first off. Speak up and make sure that the noise suppression is turned off on Discord. Anyways, carry on.
For the record,
no.
I normally don't like starting at level 1 in campaigns because combat often ends up like this. However, since I haven't done Pathfinder in years, I figured it was better off to start at level 1.
Oh, well,
I suppose I miss.
I'd prefer level 1 anyway, just because I've never done Pathfinder before.
Same.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately,
would have personally
yes.
liked level 2 because it would have been
you-
easier, but yeah.
It's a rapier, right? You
Yes.
move to thrust the rapier into. Actually, hold on a minute. Shouldn't you get a +2?
I think I
Yes,
should,
flanking.
but
Also, do you wait? Magna,
yes.
hang on.
You're not technically flanking. It's on the side of you.
Magna, shouldn't you have a +4 as well to your attack because you'd be using your dexterity, not your strength?
That is odd, yes.
I
didn't
actually
figure that out.
know the answer to this one. You actually have to go into the weapon like stats and change the strength to dexterity.
Okay.
That might be an idea.
Like the little spyglass thing.
I
Gotta
did
click
notice that I was only getting +1 for melee attacks when I was looking around my character sheet, and I thought, well, I guess that's how it is.
Pathfinder's a weird beast. Who am I to judge?
Actually, I think he might get the flanking.
I believe it has to be opposite
If
side. I know
threatened.
Magna. Not Magna. I just realized. Arlius is technically.
Okay, yeah. Magna would not get the flanking bonus there, but if you were to move one spot to the left, you would get a flanking bonus from Arlius.
You know what? I thought flanking existed in 5th edition, but then everyone kept not using it, so I thought, like, I guess it doesn't exist.
No, it
It's
does
a
not
variant.
exist.
It is a variant rule in 5th edition. It's in the Dungeon Master's Guide, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
it does not, by normal rules, it does not exist in 5th, but Pathfinder it does.
Yep.
And you can reach that square if you
Oh,
wanted to.
yeah, very
So
easily.
if you want to move to that square and give me an attack again with proper statistics on your weapon, plus the 2 from the flanking bonus.
Okay.
So in the modifier box down below, you just
Yeah.
do 2. But for the record, I would also be giving a flanking bonus to Arlius.
I believe I've crit.
Yep.
That's crit.
Yep, that's a confirmed crit.
Real quick, I do want to explain something for everybody. You do
ahead.
confirm crits and fumbles in this game. Fantasy Grounds does automatically roll it, as you saw there, it rolled again. If you hit them with your second roll, then it is a confirmed crit. So as you can
I
see
see.
there, confirm, so it is a crit. I just want
So
to
the
make
first
sure.
roll just. So I'm guessing the first roll has to reach your, what's it called? Your crit range.
The first one has to hit the crit threshold, and the second one has to bypass their AC to confirm.
Okay, cool. Makes sense.
I mean, no matter what, if you roll a crit in the crit range on your first attack, you hit no matter what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's guaranteed hit.
It's like the I remember the adamantine armor in 5th edition. Even though I was immune to critical hits, they still hit. Like a natural 20 is still a natural 20, so to speak. But yeah,
Just don't
roll
get
your
extra damage.
roll your critical damage against Goblin 1.
I believe it will automatically do that for you if
It
you just
should do.
rolled it. That poor goblin.
Any kind of flourish you would like to kill, good sir?
Why, yes, as a matter of fact. With several quick thrusts, he will dismantle the goblin before his companions. The ears, the fingers, and then once slice across to sunder the head.
Pretty brutal. As the goblin is dismembered and beheaded and crumples to the ground. The rest of the goblins don't appear to like that too much.
1-star review.
Glorious.
Alright. Arlius, you're up.
All right. Happy fun times.
Try not to swing over their heads this time.
Delightful.
Let's go for Goblin 3 with the axe.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
I swear to
That's
God.
unfortunately going to miss.
Ah.
I assume you bring it down towards where it's standing, and he just sort of curves his tiny little odious body out of the way, chuckling at you as you miss once again.
Just leave a massive crater in the ground before he pulls it back up. Alright, I need to run real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure. Kalani, it is your turn.
So, real quick, I did find an alternative rule system for Pathfinder for critical hits. And basically, it would determine the severity based on how much above their attack, or above their AC is. And it can do various things based on what body part you roll to hit. So... Like
We can look at that over the week. Yeah, between.
So
right now it's just crits as standard.
Okay. So Kalani is going to he'll go ahead and use his energized weapon. Well, no, these guys aren't worth it yet. He'll just go ahead and stab as normal.
Yeah.
Goblin 3? God damn it. Wait.
It's good to know.
I would have a +2 on that for my stance, pulling it out of being technically sheathed.
Okay. You're
Is
still
that
going to miss.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's it. Oh wait.
A
I also have these. They're less likely to hit, but okay, they both missed. Anyways.
The
Never
slew of
change.
level 1 misses. I do apologize to our dear audience, but this is kind of what tabletop games look like when they are right at the beginning. Right before your turn, Rex, something incredible happens.
The goblin
Roll me-
misses.
Roll me a perception check. Kalani, Rex, Igna, and Dewi. We'll say for now. Oh, and Magna, sorry.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm very forgettable right now.
It's just because I'm not used to seeing a blank token. It would have been helpful if you just picked any random thing for
Yeah,
your token.
Magna, there is a question mark token that you could use in the meantime, just to give yourself a token period.
Otherwise, you look like a green square on green grass.
Yes.
Alright, there is a shrill whistle in the air, as something hurtles at breakneck velocity. You all look up to see, hey, isn't that one of those boulders from the trebuchet?
Oh shit.
As, boom, it lands dead center, to all of you, kicking up dirt, dust, and rocks, showering you in, debris. This. You all take, 1 point of piercing damage, as you're showered with, well, like I said, debris, rocks, and stuff.
Oh my god, it's
Where-
in my eyes.
We're using wounds, right?
Yeah. It should be the same system as the 5th edition campaign was.
Cool.
Alright, I'm guessing I add 1 to the wounds.
Yep, unless you have flat damage. Before you say Yark, no, it was not from the fire-based creature.
I know.
But yeah, it seems that one of the artillery seems to have misfired, and thankfully missed, but still peppered you with a bit of damage. Rex, it is your turn.
Alright. Target.
There is a doggo in your face, for starts.
Alright. I think I got the target thing done. Grab this and see if I did it right.
That would be a hit.
And I was actually swinging with my greatsword, but I didn't want to register it. Oh, did.
No, it says greatsword on the list.
Yeah, that's all.
As you strike a mighty wound in the flank of the dog, as it came up to bite you earlier and just couldn't quite get its jaws around your armor, retaliating and dealing quite the strong blow to it.
And I like to do another attack.
That is another hit. As you, well, actually, is there any, particular flair you'd like to add to the skill?
I rip his throat out with my own jaws.
Alright. You first wound him with the sword, and then you, in typical wolf fashion, go for the throat. I would like to add that the dog is not very... words. The dog is very foul and odorous. Its flesh, after all, it's been owned by goblins, and goblins tend to be very unwashed and, disgusting creatures. So...
Question.
That taste is going to stick in your mouth for a while. Answer.
Is the dog an artifact creature?
No.
Alright, cool. Go for the throat ward.
Yeah.
I would like to point out real
no
quick,
one got it.
your bite would have a -5 to the attack. And you'll have to enter that manually. At least when you are using it in addition to another attack.
Oh yeah, because of the two-weapon fighting.
It's not
Yeah,
the
I think I already had
same
that
as
in the,
two-weapon. You definitely do not, because you've got a +4 bonus. You've got the same bonus to your greatsword as you do the bite. But it's not.
I
the
got
same
-5 in the, It must not have registered then.
Either way, it would still be above a,
It would still
16.
be a hit, but yeah.
Yeah, it would still be a hit, so... so you are now nauseated, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to type that in, I can drag it from the preset. There we go. It's fine. I'm sure you could clear that up in the next round. But yeah, you managed to slay a dog. That is both doggos down. Cruel, cruel, cruel people.
I'm not
Hobgoblin
sure
time.
these are really considered dogs. Not in, they're not the cute kind, at least.
Yeah, just like
They're not-
goblins aren't people. Come on. Same deal.
Okay. Sorry, I'm double checking if there's a penalty for firing through allies.
As far as that goes, I think we can go ahead and, I think technically there is cover and stuff, but I'd be okay with just ignoring that part.
Yeah.
If everybody else is.
It doesn't appear to be on my cheat sheet, so...
I believe that allies can grant cover to your enemies, but I'm okay with just ignoring it.
Okay. Well, you are the one taking the attack.
Yeah,
As a 15 misses you, you have you bought a shield early, didn't you?
I do not actually have a shield that I'm using right now. I did buy one, but I can't use it yet. So that's
Alright,
just light armor and dodge.
We'll just say that the a arrow hit your cloak, the pin holding your cloak to your armor. The shiny bit of metal that usually sits on the front of someone's armor to pin the cloak in place, and it just goes ding, metallic ding, and bounces off. Gary.
Yay! Can I move through allies?
You can.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I'm gonna move up to here. Goblin 3.
You can also move through enemies if you take specific combat maneuvers, by the way. Just so you know in the future.
I will have to, probably do that. I'm gonna smash it with a book.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
So where is... This is so odd. Alright. Is this right? Yeah, I think that's right. Goblin 3.
That is a crit. That is a confirmed crit.
Nice, another one. Second one of the night. Oh my god, I can't wait to hear how you crit book.
Crit book. It's something I always loved in Final Fantasy XIV is the Arcanist, which wields a book and normally just casts spells, but it does actually have an auto attack animation where it just closes the book and whacks them with it.
Yes, I was a summoner when I played the game, so yes, I am fully aware of the
book whack. Okay, so the floor is all yours. How are you dissecting this diabolical fiend?
I'm just gonna go, she's gonna pull out the book and just go, and look at Goblin and go, you're gross, and just smash it, like, if you just saw a spider or an insect, but with, like, a big-ass iron-clad book, and make a street pancake.
As, rather yellow and rotted teeth spray out as its head literally caves inward under the metal spine of your book. A book-shaped indentation on the top of its body as it crumples into the dirt and dies. That was Goblin Free.
Oh, Grandpa, you're gonna need a bath after this.
All that disgusting goblin blood.
The blood starts absorbing into the book. Oh, that's gross. Oh.
not the index. Oh no.
You said not the index, I immediately thought the VR headset. Alright, Goblin Free. Going to move forward. Try to remember, can you take the 5-foot step as part of the move action, or is it move or 5-foot step?
I think it's
If we be
move or
adventurers,
5-foot
let
step.
us adventure.
So if you started moving, you cannot do it.
Okay. Well, it's gonna move. So attack of opportunity from you, Kalani.
Absolutely.
We lost someone.
Yeah.
Kerr's laptop probably shut off.
Oh. Unfortunately, the goblin proves too nimble. Unlike the dog that was purely rushing at you, the goblin seems to just sidestep you spear as it comes in for its attack. Is there anything else linked onto that?
I can
you
use
make
my
an
tail.
attack of opportunity?
I can use my tail slap as part of an attack of opportunity. Yes.
All right.
But
Unfortunately,
it still
that
misses.
is going to miss as well. It's the as you bounce off its armor, actually. That's going to well, you're gonna have to give your tail a little bit of TLC later on.
And his
It's
tail
going
is
to
armored a bit.
yeah, it's going to strike at you with its short sword, and probably miss like as part of the course. And again. Nope. As it tries to hit you with a couple of attacks, it just can't quite seem to find purchase in your armor.
I mean, like, half his armor class is just dodging, but yes.
Yeah. Alright. Number 4. 5, 10, 15. It is going to fire at the tiefling who just killed its companion.
Fair enough.
That would be a hit.
Ugh.
As you take 1 physical damage from the arrow just sticking into your shoulder. Should have applied it automatically, I believe.
Yeah, it did it.
So, as the dust sort of settles from the rather shocking artillery strike from earlier, roll me a perception check.
Everyone?
Yep, everyone.
Right?
Oh, nat 20.
Okay. As, well, everyone bar Ignal and, Magna sort of realize that there is a giant, score in the ground as the rock seemed to, not only did it impact the ground, it traveled, gouging out the grass as it went, and landed right in the middle of the lake, where it is just bobbing on the surface. The lake obviously
Okay.
not as deep as you would think at a simple glance.
Okay. I was gonna say, what is this lake got in it, or what is this boulder
or
made
the
out of?
I was about to say, or it's a volcanic stone which floats.
That's interesting.
That is a thing.
Floats.
Yep. So I believe that's the influence satisfied. Next actor. Number 5. It's starting to regret its life choices to flank around the lake, as it huffs and it puffs and it keeps on running. Heck now, you're up.
It's like the fight's almost over and he's just like, as soon as I get over there, they'll be sorry.
He's the one goblin that could, okay?
Try so hard.
Did you
Is
keep
that
Darby today? Woman?
Guys, to my head.
Jimmy's having issues with his headset.
Alright. Well, Ignal can do his turn while he tries to sort that out.
Alright, getting back in now.
Oh, hi. Cobalt, you there?
Oh, I thought he said he was back.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
Furry
it is your
back,
turn.
but-
It's your turn, Ignal.
Okay. I'm gonna do more contacts. Probably.
Yep. Go for it. That would be a miss.
Oh man. Finally.
One of those would be made at a -5. The second one would have been made at a -5.
It doesn't say that. It says you make both attacks with full whatever. Each of these attacks,
Do you want to? Could you link it in the chat for me?
yeah. Yeah, allowing you to make 2 claw attacks as a full attack action using your full base attack bonus.
Yep. It does say that.
I hit him for 6.
You may make allow you to make 2 claw attacks as a full attack action using your full base attack bonus. That is what it says. Okay. As you catch it on the arm, as it's sort of playing, it's sort of blade dancing with Kalani, not very gracefully. Kalani has a spear, it has a short sword, but neither of them appear to have hit each other yet. And yeah, you cause a minor wound to its arm.
Nice.
Magna, if you're done with whatever was happening IRL.
That's it. Oh.
Did you?
Still muted.
I'll give Digi a minute to respond.
Could you reshare the map with me, please? It looks like it closed when I got disconnected.
Sure.
Thank you.
You have natural damage, don't you, Arlius?
Yes, I have DR.
Okay. There was a artillery strike which mislanded earlier and did 1 damage to everybody, but you would have ignored that.
Okay.
Because goblins aren't known for firing silver boulders into...
Oh no, silver, my one weakness!
Digi, you back with us yet? We'll come back to him, I guess. Arlius, you have your turn for now.
Alright, so let's see. We're gonna take the attack of opportunity there. Yep, alright, I'm gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity from Goblin 2 and Goblin 4 to move down to the Hobgoblin.
Okay. I'll roll those.
Han, the guests are almost here. Can you set out the silverware? The what? And thus, Arlius only ever buys plastic forks and knives.
Iron, thank you very much.
You can't. You can never
As
be too sure.
unfortunately, they don't quite seem to be able to hit you.
All right.
He's
All right,
dummy
come
thick.
on. Come on, baby. Come on. One time, one time, one time. Give me big money. Yes! Drop
As
the
you
wrath
just
of
managed
God.
to hit it.
Hammer up, hammer down! Or in this case, a giant axe of death.
Okay. Hey, like I've offered to everyone else, any particular way you wanted to kill this?
He just moves forward, letting the blows of the goblin swords glance off his armor, his eyes locked on the leader, as he just rears up as he gets within range, lifts his axe above his head, and just brings it down, batting aside the goblin's or the hobgoblin's puny blade as he cuts it straight in half.
Alright. As the leader of the particular little goblins on this contingent of the wing, is split in twain. Double checking again. Magna. Digi, are you back yet? I will just quickly do his turn for him. Combat. So he's gonna... move around to here, actually. Like. Of course, I roll terrible on as a player, as much as I roll terrible for the creatures that I'm doing. Oh well. Kalani, your turn.
Alright, Kalani is going to attempt to finish off Goblin 2. I think I heard Magna.
Digi, you back with us?
Yay!
That would be a hit.
Stab it! And as he sees it falling, he's going to move to there.
Okay.
And that will be his turn.
Alright. First thing first, what does nausea do to me?
You can't cast spells. You can only move and you can attack, but I'll give you a chance to use a swift action to sort of retch up the dog that you bit into and clear it.
Let's do that.
All right. As you peel tendons and throat muscle onto the ground. Maybe look before you bite next time.
Alright. Now I'm still able to move, right? And attack.
Yep, you can still move and attack.
Alright. And I'm gonna move right up alongside this guy.
Okay. Yep, sure. That's a hit. Alright. That's another one bites the dust. How would you like to kill it?
Can I make another attack with the greatsword, or?
No, it's dead. You've done enough damage to kill it. I'm asking if you'd like to flavor your kill.
Just chop his head off.
Alright. As you have decapitated it, and it slumps to the ground. Okay. Dewey.
Yes. There's one goblin left, isn't there?
That depends. Give me a perception check, because there is a giant rock in the lake now.
There is, and that is actually very intriguing, the fact that it's floating in the middle of the lake in the middle of this forest.
Can't quite see where it is, but as far as you remember, there was a goblin that seemed to have been looping around the lake earlier.
You know, I think there may be one more of those green things. Goblins. Goblins? Yeah, goblins. Let's find out. Off for an adventure! So I'm gonna move. 10. I think that's 30. And then see if I can see him.
Yep, there's definitely a goblin around there, but he appears to be panicking now.
She's gonna go, hi! I wouldn't do that. If I just give up.
Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, because my acid ball only has a 25-foot spell, and I am outside of that. 10, 15, 20, 20. Yep. So yeah,
That's awesome.
I know, it's so odd. So she's going away. He's like, yeah, I give up. Like, she's telling him, like, you should give up.
It turns and bolts.
See? Thanks for listening to me. No, Grandpa, they always listen to me. That's not the point.
It has left the combat. Congratulations. You have triumphed over the hobgoblin and his small contingent.
Well, that was fun, guys. Let's do it again, actually.
Well, that was invigorating.
way to start this
All right. Well, let's see what else we can do here. Kalani's going to be surveying for other groups of goblins to go take on.
Wait, would I be able to see that they're a little bit injured? Like little nicks and cuts from the boulder hit?
Give me a medicine check. I believe there's still medicine in Pathfinder.
Yes. That would be a heal check.
Yeah.
Alright. Heal. I'm good at that. I'm good at that, I said.
It's still enough to see. You can see that there are like various cuts and bruises over some members of your ragtag team of
Before we continue pursuing any other goblins, might I recommend some healing? I can heal everyone if you wish. And he's going to move towards the center of everyone and beckon them over.
Yeah, I'll take the heal.
I think I'm all right, but very well.
Then I will channel energy. Heal 1d6 plus 1. So everyone heals 7 hit points. As a pulse of golden light washes out of him as he whispers a soft prayer as he holds his holy symbol.
Ooh, tingly.
Flesh knits, bruise vanish, pain disappears.
Is everything okay, did you?
Yeah, there was just a sudden power outage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's storming pretty hard around here.
Yeah, I had like a flash thunderstorm earlier. It woke me up, which is weird because I actually can't remember the last time I had a thunderstorm in years. So yeah.
Yeah, no, this one's been going on for a good bit. Very annoying.
Can I check out the thing that was chucked in the water?
Yeah, to check out the giant rock.
Yep.
Roll me a perception check. Actually, roll me a knowledge nature check.
Nature.
I have news for you. Oh
I'm
my
very
god,
good.
it's a giant rock!
This is the most incredible thing ever!
It's a rock.
Yes, but the rock that came from the sky that hit the lake that started to fizzle.
No,
And like
it came from... Oh, never mind.
it's so awesome. How are you guys not about this? This is so cool.
Kalani would probably see Arlias start to raise his axe just a tiny bit before his other hand comes up, grabs his hand and lowers it before starting to move up before he catches himself again. Patience, virtue, compassion. Patience, virtue,
Look, guys,
compassion.
it's got a bump in it.
You feel a heavy weight on your shoulder, Arlias. A very heavy weight. Almost as if there is other attention on you at this point in time.
Slowly look around.
Oh, there's nothing visible.
She's flaunting over this mundane rock.
So, Kalani, you were looking around.
Yes, he's looking across the battlefield, seeing if he can find anything else. Any other groups?
Oh yeah. I was gonna check to see if they had any money on them.
Go ahead and I am wow, my brain. Roll me a perception.
Ooh.
Ignil. He's, searching for treasure. Okay. Now roll me an appraise.
Ah, sweet. Well,
Unfortunately, they do not appear to be carrying any coinage.
hmm.
However, one of them has a relatively new-ish short sword. But, you know, once you clean the blood off it, it's shiny.
I'll hold on to it. Maybe I can get some coin for it.
Alright. Add a regular short sword to your inventory.
Alright. Bite off a chunk.
Kalani, sorry?
I said I bite off a chunk of goblin arm and eat it.
Alright. As, your reptile companion is, having messy eating habits right in front of you all. Kalani, you have your eyes trained on the horizon. Roll me a perception check.
I'm just curious how a strength of 9 character is ripping off an arm. Kalani not seeing anything from down here, presumably. He's got a climbing speed, so he's gonna climb up this tree and try to get a better vantage point.
Well, did you know that you can bite off your fingers with the same strength it takes to bite a baby carrot? But your brain just tells you not to.
Mm.
Alright, while Kalani climbs the tree, is anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, I like to scent the air, see if I can smell anything.
Give me a perception with any modifiers to your senses.
I'm not sure what modifier the scent one does.
I forget, did your race add any, plus, bonuses for smell?
No, it didn't. It just seemed to give me the ability to scent.
Okay, but just roll your perception. The area is rank with the stench of iron, as blood has been spilt here recently, and the odious creatures who, quite frankly, smell smell worse than a cow's behind at this point in time. Unfortunately, you're not able to pick up anything but the stench of death and stinky goblin.
That's rank.
Speaking of goblin, would Dewey know about any goblin hole? What would she know about goblins? Because her philosophy is there, after she's examining the mighty rock of the sky, is there's any hidey holes or anything that should be aware of?
Lights tend to come out from the deep places of the world. There are supposedly cave systems in the Skylands. However, they are explored as less. They're explored less than the overworld map is. That's about all you know is the general entry into a bestiary.
She's gonna look around to see if there's gonna be any hidden caves or holes, because she's starting to wondering why these goblins started to show up outside of a relatively somewhat fortified town. I don't know what check to do for that if need be, but
well, there's not really a check to be had, so to speak, because you are on a relatively flat plain where the only rock faces is back east towards the city, and that's where the city walls are on, and they definitely did not come from underneath the city. They appeared from the west.
Okay, I was just looking at the map, and the bushes of the tree I thought was like moss-covered rock or something.
No, they're just bushes and stuff like that.
Okay. So
Should we
she,
go report back and let the captain know that we were successful?
that is a great idea.
Well, you might want
That
to
would
get
be
your
a
companion down
good
the
idea
tree
as
first, says the voice from on high.
I mean,
I'm going to look up.
If anybody else isn't doing anything, because Magna hasn't said anything.
okay, assuming I don't see anything, I'll climb down.
Well,
who's breathing into their
you
mic?
get the...
Okay.
You get the distinct impression that the attack force is being pushed back. The wind sort of carries a hint of cinders and flame for a moment as you think you see a flash of orange strike in the distance. Precisely where you saw that great big monstrosity of death earlier, which appears to have backed off somewhat. That's vague enough for a 10, I think.
Alright, well, he'll climb down, and yeah. I think we should go ahead and head back, yes. As he takes a sip from his flask.
Alright. You climb down and rejoin the rest of the misfits, and if you're all in agreement, you start heading back west towards the city gate, climbing the slope as it leads up the cliff face to the giant archway, which is still heavily defended. A flaming ballista fires over the top of you, not at you, but into the distance, as it appears the wall defenses are still firing on the retreating goblins for now.
Ooh, that got some good distance.
The guards
Dropped
all
on your
have
head.
their halberds raised in approach. However, seeing that none of you look like goblins, they ease up a little and go in typical guard fashion. Halt! Who goes there?
Kalani will raise his spear. He does have his badge from his captain of the guard state position. I am Kalani Darrow of Fakiha. We were sent out here to dispatch one of the hobgoblins, and that has been completed.
Captain Farron will want to see you. He is within the guard post inside the gate. And he sort of just like points above him. And the guards step aside to let you through.
Kalani will walk through.
I follow.
Yep.
Beyond the
straight to
portcullises in the middle of the gate is a iron door, which is opened and leads to some stairs leading to the top of the gatehouse. At the top of the gatehouse, there are a few guards posted at the arrow slits. And there is a table in which Captain Farron has a map sprayed out on it. As you enter the room, the bald eagle turns around and says, from what I could hear outside, you seem to be successful.
Affirmative. The foe has been dispatched.
Any irregularities I should know of?
It was a rock.
And an undead dragon.
Hold on, did I miss something? Was there an undead dragon?
Yeah,
was.
it was the thing that terrified you out of your mind when I had you roll a will save.
Yes, yes.
You were so terrifying. Your mind just completely blocked it out.
Yep.
I was completely
Don't make me
spaced
add a
out.
flaw for that. Don't make me add a flaw for that.
We took care of it.
We did
think.
not take care of the dragon, no. But the group of goblins has been taken care of, as well as their hobgoblin leader.
No, the Rune Eater is it was distracted by the King's summon, the Phoenix Prometheus. But unfortunately, it left the battlefield before we could strike any kind of blow against it. The thing is a legend, a myth. We don't quite know how to deal with it if it actually chose to attack the city proper. We might have to have gotten the Archmage himself to have protect the city. Either way, you did a good job. You may all go rest at the Armstrong Tavern for free for this evening.
Right, boo?
Oh, I appreciate it.
And the king will want to meet you tomorrow. I hear you were scheduled for a meeting anyway, but he would like to meet all of you and reward you in person.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, and very well.
Is Karma at it again?
He tried to redeem a major.
Unfortunately, we can't have majors right now.
Yeah. Alright, well, Kalani will give a salute and head to the tavern.
Alright. I will give you all a rest, and I think that is a good point to leave it for today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Seems
crap.
good.
Oh crap.
I forgot to get this campaign's logo ready.
Oh, poo.
There's so much to do that I forget sometimes. Thankfully, it's a quick and easy fix. Oh wait, I don't even have any of our character names in, and
I don't have character names in. I don't have the right tab.
okay, well, thank you all so much for joining Darkening Skylands Pathfinder. Ignore the fact that there's stuff missing in the credits, because I forgot to get that done, but I will get it done right now. I don't know why it's still saying StarCraft, but I didn't save it. Oops. Anyways,
My hamster is getting antsy.
a
If we
professional
be
stream.
adventurers, let us adventure.
Just fade to black. Unfortunately, that's not easy to do. Oh wait, actually, it would be
Just-
easy.
Fade to black, you're all dead now. We're all new characters.
There.
No!
I faded to black. Just
I see a
nothing.
red door and I want to paint it black.
Hey.
Anyway.
In seriousness, though, thank you all so much for joining for our first stream of the new Tuesday campaign. We're going through a few learning difficulties, but those will be resolved with time. I think this was basically the first Pathfinder session for most of us.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
Kerr and I have played it before, Pathfinder before. Saf's done it, but you know.
I'd literally done it like 2012-ish. I think
Okay, so
2013 maybe.
It's been a
So
while.
yeah, quite a while.
But anyways, we'll get better with time. Thank you so much for joining. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website as well as down in the description below. Please consider supporting the channel through Patreon. I am trying to get the Patreon to $400 a month. It is the minimum I need to make sure that I can continue streaming full time, because it'll at least let me cover my share of rent and such. So please consider helping out that way. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us. And yeah, we'll be back next week with more, and I will be back tomorrow. But for now, I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Have a good night, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Have a good night, everyone.